Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Chandra and I make videos about reading, writing, and all things books. Today's video is how I made my series Bible. I've been working on a project for about 10 years now and it's been kind of rough. When I started it, I had no writing experience at all. It was just an idea that I had that I absolutely loved, and I was like, what do I do with this now? I started by making some character sheets back then and creating a little bit of the world and world building, but I'd never tried world building before, and this was my first time writing epic fantasy, so I was more than a little overwhelmed. After I wrote my first book, I tried again, it didn't work, so I wrote 2 more books, and now I'm circling back and re-outlining and restarting the whole project. I originally started some world building for the project on WorldAnvil for WorldAnvil, which has really helped. So that was my first step. I started with having some idea of what the world looked like, what each setting was, the different locations in the world. I haven't completely fleshed all of it out, but I have a pretty solid idea of several of the locations, especially the locations that will be important for book 1. Number 2, I assigned my 3 primary characters for each book. I just went through each vague idea that I had and the settings that were around it, and I was like, what characters would be in this place? And I put down the 3 primary ones. That's not to say that other characters will not be involved, but that's a way that I can bring out the specific characters that I want to be working with in that book. So I outlined each book with just the 3 characters who would be primary in it. Number 3, I created a working title for each of these books based off of the idea behind the book itself and the characters that would be involved, just to help me keep it straight and get a better idea of the vibe for the series. Number 4, I figured out the general idea I wanted for the end of the series and for the ends of each of the books. Number 5, I sketched or drew, and when I say sketched or draw, I mean super general. Like, I used stick figures and just like one would have a ponytail and one would have a sword. It's very basic, just to give me a little bit more visual, so as I'm looking through things and looking through my notes, I can just kind of draw a little stick figure and I'll know exactly who I'm talking about, since some of the characters have names, some don't. Some of them I'm really loving the name that I have assigned, and some of them I hate the name or can't choose anything, can't be like, okay, I'll at least write with this. It's just easier for me to sketch everything out. So that's something that's personal for me. Number 6, I outlined each book with a single sentence and the 3-act structure. So I set it up as act 1, 2, and 3, and then under 1, 2, and 3, I would have 3 lines for each of those, just as a rough outline of the book. I believe there are a couple that do have more than one, but I was just like, let's keep it simple and start with that. Number 7. On number 6, one more point. I did also leave a space at the bottom for additional notes so that I can add little Easter eggs or foreshadowing throughout the book. If I think of something as I'm outlining the rest of the series, I can go back and be like, okay, this note goes here, or, ooh, I made a decision about this, let me just put that in the notes. So it's really easy to find. Number 7, start by creating a style guide. After I had the rough outline of everything, I went back and started creating a style guide so that as I am writing out each of the book outlines, I can start to incorporate those in the naming conventions and all of those kinds of things. So I already know what the book titles will be and how that will be formatted, just to make it a little bit easier for myself. We'll see how much of this actually sticks, but hey, it's what I did. Number 8. Outline book 1 using the Snowflake method. I have another video that will be coming out next time. I think that's going to be a Friday. Well, we shall see. But I will link it in one of these corners when it comes out. I outlined the whole book, first book, using the Snowflake method. And then number 9, which is the last one, I outlined the romance arc using Romancing the Beat. So I've already done the Snowflake method for the story itself. I'm going back through so I can go ahead and thread in the romance arc. by using Romancing the Beats. So that part is still in process. I will finish that up before the beginning of April, and we shall see how it goes. I will keep you all posted on how this project goes. This is my first time writing a series. This is my first time outlining a series. So I'm very excited to see how it goes, and I will keep you posted on the details. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.